Yo, you already know who it is. King Jones. You watched all the results today. I'm going to get straight into it. My video isn't talking about Newcastle getting smacked. Or it isn't talking about Liverpool winning the last minute. Darwin Núñez. Shout out to that. See what happens there. We're going to go straight into Arsenal. Because my video is basically about Arteta needs to be questioned. Minimum. Minimum. And this ain't even to all the rival fans, because I know they're probably all screaming Arteta in for 10 years or this, that, whatever. I've had a lot of debates with so-called Arsenal fans in it. Yeah, I think they're like, I don't call these guys fans because I feel like these guys have favourites. They support the manager, they support individual player, or they think blind loyalty, like you can't ever question anyone or this, that, whatever. You have to say how he's, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to say how it is. I think there's mad questions for Arteta. And I was very clear. My objective never changed. This is the problem with these so-called supporters, these men that like hold on to whatever the manager or the board or this, that, whatever. I'm an Arsenal fan. I support what I think is best for the club. I don't support what these board do or whatever, even though these men have never won a Premier League. Kroenke has never won a Premier League. I don't support an individual manager no matter what. I don't support individual players. I support what I think is best for the club. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. I think what it is going towards success. Success is, to me, is progress with the aim and eventuality of winning a trophy or trophies, you know, because, you know, that's what we can do, Arsenal guys. Like, we can win more than one trophy in a season, but okay. And I'm saying, for me, there's questions that need to be answered. And the moment I look at it and I have to compare it and contrast it to other people or other managers, I have to look at it for what it is. Second highest paid manager in the world. Second, you know what I mean? Which means you're second highest paid manager in the world. You're basically saying that this man to us is worth more than other man to other, you know what I mean? Like, this is craziness. Second highest, one FA Cup. Mental. Is that even been a thing? Has a manager ever been in his whole career, like, won one FA Cup and been second highest paid in the world? So that in itself, you know, there's even no question about him being second best manager in the world. He's not. He's nowhere near. Another thing as well, like, one trophy out of 18 available trophies. Mad. One final. All the years, all the Europa Leagues, what's called the FA Cups, the League Cups, the Champions League, he's been in one final. No one's even talking about this. Because people are arguing with me when I said I think overall Emery's a better manager, because I judge it based on career as well. I don't care about what people think someone's going to win or potential or this, that, whatever, because everybody thinks the next manager is going to be the next one. Everyone thought Ten Hag was going to be this and he wasn't. Everyone thought Xabi might go on to be this, and so far he hasn't. I mean, he won the league, but we don't know what's in for his career. People always say when the new guy comes in, he's going to fly on to be X, Y, Z. We don't know. We just talk about what's now. When I said that Emery won multiple Europa Leagues, he won the PSG, what's called the league with PSG, but the Europa Leagues, and then he came to Villarreal, won one there. You know what I mean? Got Arsenal to a final in his first season. Didn't get back the way Arteta did in summer. I'm not even saying he shouldn't have been fired. That's here or there. He might have should have been fired. I'm not going to talk about the fact that Arteta came 8th after winning the FA Cup, and I think that held him. I think if he never won the FA Cup, he would have sacked. You know, but anyway, that first full season. But he's people always saying that, like, you know, Arsenal better team than Aston Villa, Arsenal better than Villarreal. He has got 1 in 6 against Emery. He has not beat Emery coming up to 2 years in February. It'll be 2 years, and it will pass that since he's beat Emery. Do you know what I mean? Like in overall, he got knocked out in Europa League by Emery. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of questions from his his second highest manager, struggling against managers that apparently he's supposed to be better than, signing these duds. We went from Aubameyang and Lacazette to Havertz and Jesus. Bro, like, we got goals, you know, we got strikers saying they're not goal scorers, and we got man that, listen, I never saw a single guy endorsing Kai when they said to sign him. I didn't see a single guy endorsing him. Like, we didn't see that. And even this football we're playing this season, people are talking about, oh, well, you know, we're playing defensive and this, that. We played like this the first 8 months he took over. People, you forgot. I was at the Arsenal versus Chelsea game. I think that was his first game. And from then till the end of the season, when we won the FA Cup, he was playing 3 at the back. Actually, I think he played 2 that time, but most of the season we were playing 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, defensive. Scraping. To be fair, we got 34 points. You got 34. You got a lot of points. We were scraping out results, but the football was dreadful. 2019, dreadful football. It's only after that season, that's when he started trying to do a bit more and started, you know what I mean? And I thought he made mistakes then, selling Martinez. But again, I'm not saying that he did a good thing to build the foundation. He signed players that we didn't think he should have signed at the time. But no one was backing. I think there was the least back player that he ever signed, 1,000,000% had to be Havertz. Chelsea guys were still laughing. Chelsea guys booked the Uber. They booked an Uber. They basically said, yo, listen, we'll drive him to your trainings. We'll drive him to your stadium. Like, they were shocked. Couldn't believe it. You know, it's mad. And this guy is doing exactly what we thought. People were coming to me saying, yo, he's going to get the 20. He's going to get the 20. Trust me. My man's going to get 20 Premier League goal easy. 30 in all competitions. When he was in Hot, and I said, bro, this guy's a dud. And even then, people forget he came in and he was playing 8. My man tried to replace him. He tried to make him Xhaka. Mad. You're nowhere near Xhaka. And he tried to give him the what's called the 8 position. I said from early, like when I was talking to my partner, I said from early, he's gonna get moved to striker. He's gonna try and move into a striker because he goes missing in the midfield. He can't defend like that. He's not like that guy. He's not aggressive like that. You know what I mean? He does running. I'm not even saying I dislike him as a person or anything like that. Forget, I don't do all of that. But on the pitch, he goes missing. So what's the position you can go missing? Up front. Even though he's a 10, and I don't think he's a particularly great 10. And this goes down to Arteta, because if you look at Arteta, first of all, the types of players he likes, and every manager has a type. He likes tall players. He likes players that can play 15 positions. You know what I mean? You can't just be a left back. You have to be a right back, centre back, defensive mid, right winger. He likes guys that can play. Look how many positions Trossard's played in since he got here. Trossard, I knew him as a left winger. You know, now and again, I've seen him on the right-hand side. He's played on the left for us. He's played up front for us. He's played number 10 for us. I think he even put him in the 8th once alongside the right mid. So he likes to mix players. That's why he bought Kai, because he thought, I've got 3-1 with Kai. Striker, 10, number 8. Not a guy that's kind of strolling along playing crap in all 3 positions. 800 million he's basically spent since he's been here. 800 mil. And I think we're on the brink of another rebuild. And when I say rebuild, no, I'm not saying that 20 players have to go from Arsenal or some craziness like that. I'm just saying that it's looking like a lot of these players, a lot of them need to go. And they need to be replaced. Like, for example, you know, Jesus, in my opinion, has to go. Do you know what I mean? Tyranny has to go. Zinchenko has to go. Kivior has to go. Tomiyasu has to go. We've got backup goalkeepers on loan. Neto, get rid of him. Just get a youth guy. Sterling has to go back where he came from, back to Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? Martinelli, Trossard, something has to change. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but both of them aren't performing. You know, Martinelli, even though he scored today, is not performing the levels that he was a couple years back. Trossard was performing last season. He's a bit shaky this season. He's 30. He's going to be 31. Jorginho has to go. Partey, I don't know what's going on there. Are they going to keep him? Are they going to get rid of him? I think he should stay because I think he's that level of player. But I can understand from Arteta's angle, is like this guy always gets injured or sometimes he's out of form. He's 31, he's going to be 32. I get it. But you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Moreno, let me not even talk about him because it's his first season. But if it wasn't his first season, you know what I mean? Calafiori, injured. I don't even know about this guy. Like, first season, so I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Havertz, I'll be honest with you. If we were a serious club, we would have never signed him in the first place. He would never have been a signing that we would have made. But we're here now. But if we were a serious club, we bounce him. But I think, obviously, Arteta likes him, but not only that as well, no one's going to sign him for 65 million. We're not getting that money back. It's gone. It's finished. But I digress. Like, so there's a lot of players that need to go. Saka, he needs backup. I know it's backup competition. So in my opinion, we need a striker. We need a DM. That's hence why we're going for Zubimendi. We need another winger, you know what I mean, on both sides, personally. Yeah, either to take one of the positions, because Martinelli and Trossard, something needs to change. One of them needs to go. You know what I mean? We need a backup for Saka. In my opinion, we need a left back. No, potentially need a left back. Let me even do that. We potentially need a left back. We definitely need backup for centre back position. And I know that Arteta thinks he's clever. That's why Timber plays right, left back. He thinks that Tomiyasu's there, even though Tomiyasu's never fit. I know he thinks Ben White can play right centre back. But Kivior needs to go. If we're being honest, not everybody's never fit, but if the players I said that need to go. Kivior will be gone. We actually need a left-sided centre-back, a guy that's lefty, you know what I mean, can actually kick with his left foot. So that's potentially a rebuild where we're spending a lot of money on a lot of players, because some players didn't work out. Fabio Vieira in the bin. Nothing happened there. You know, Emil scored again. You know what I mean? But we got rid of that guy. Like, we didn't need... Listen, I'm going to talk about who we shouldn't have got rid of. But the point is, I'm saying this falls on the manager. This is part of the manager. If everything's going wrong and, you know, we're not... Because in my opinion, just me, personal opinion, I think there's no other big club, that's a serious big club, 6 years, 1 trophy, yeah, in these days, 6 years, 1 trophy, 800 million. No, figure any big club, 6 years, 1 minor trophy, 800 million spent, 1 final, they're not sacking him, bro. They're sacking him. Let's be real. If we were a big club like Madrid, he's gone. Barca, gone. You know what I mean? Liverpool, gone. Like, he's got, like, even we're keeping it a buck here, like, and I'll say this to Man United fans, and you guys let me know if you're wrong here. I get it. Like, Man United are 14th right now and this, that, whatever. But I know Man United, I know their fans. If they done the same thing we done, so you remember, Ten Hag came third his first season. So let's say, you know, Ten Hag finished, let's say 8th. Let's say Almiron finished the season 8th. Next season he gets 5th. Let's say he finished 2nd. They'll be like, okay, at 9 points ahead, they'll be like, okay, you need to win. Then the season after that, he comes 2nd again. Yeah, after, you know, getting the big signing and whatever. Then the 3rd season, Man United fans will be the first ones to be calling, like, you know what, like, we've got the team to do it, but I don't know if this guy's got the, you know what I mean, to do it. We might have to get rid of him. So if we're giving a buck, most of the big, no, all of them, there's no big club or a club that consider themselves big that are not sacking someone for this. And I'm not even calling for him to be sacked. Me personally, I think he should have the season to end it, because I was fair. I said major trophies. Listen, it doesn't matter what I think, yeah, but he could still win the Premiership. He could technically still win the Champions League. And I'll be the first one to say I was wrong. You know what I mean? I was wrong. He won the Champions League. He did whatever. But I just think there's better managers. And in my opinion, there's managers, in my opinion, that could come second. And, you know what I mean, could stay second. But they'd win the FA Cup along the way. And I don't want to hear this talk about Guardiola this, Guardiola that. You know, Tuchel got to 2 finals, you know, of the Champions League. You know, more finals than Guardiola did since Guardiola's at Man City. You know, Klopp got to 3 finals of the Champions League while he was in while he was in the Premier League. You know, it's called Ten Hag won 2 trophies. Ten Hag with that Man United team still won 2 trophies. One against Guardiola. Got to 3 finals. You know what I mean? Like, so let's talk about Guardiola. I'm keeping him as Guardiola's this, Guardiola's that. He's not even the best Premier League manager in my opinion. I think Ferguson is, personally. And this is my personal opinion. As good as Guardiola was, I don't think we faced the best. Just talking about just Premier League, we didn't face his best Premier League teams. His best Premier League teams were, you know, 2017-18, 2018-19, the Centurions, 99 points. Those were his best Premier League teams. Yes, did he win a treble? 100%. Did he win tons of trophies? He won a domestic treble back then as well. But I think that was his best Premier League teams. That's when he was like smoking man in the Premier League. Like, people couldn't even get near him. You know what I mean? That's the best of, you know, Liverpool were the best of Liverpool back then as well. And obviously they wanted to win the Premier League, and even they almost won the quadruple. And this is how I'm going to end this like this. I'm going to say that if Arteta left tomorrow, in my opinion, then managers that may not have finished as high as him in position-wise, but won more trophies than him, were better. Because that's what the game is. The game isn't to finish second. It isn't the nearly game. There were other managers. Kevin Keegan, what's called, with Newcastle in the 90s, he took them up from the Championship, challenged one season, challenging the second season, resigned halfway, well, almost more than halfway through the season because he thought he couldn't take them further. That is an amazing feat. Poch challenged with Tottenham, got to a Champions League final with Tottenham, didn't win anything. But neither of these guys had anywhere near 800 mil to spend. Neither of them managed a team that was bigger than Arsenal, because Newcastle weren't or aren't. Neither are Tottenham. But at the end of the day,